China and Russia fly over disputed waters in joint bomber patrol. China and Russia have tightened their military relationship as both countries sent bombers on a patrol mission over the Pacific, together sparking fears of an all-out conflict. 4 of China's H-6K bombers and 2 Russian Tu-95 strategic bombers flew over the East China Sea and the Sea of Japan, the Russian military has confirmed. Russia's defense ministry announced the move was an attempt to improve relations between Moscow and Beijing. It said it was intended to develop and deepen the comprehensive Russia-China partnership, further increase the level of cooperation between the two militaries, expand their ability for joint action and strengthen strategic stability. The ministry added that the patrol flight wasn't directed against any third countries. Russian President Vladimir Putin said in October he would not rule out a Beijing-Moscow military partnership. Before Mr. Putin's statement addressing a potential alliance, both countries had refused to discuss the possibility of joining forces in the military field. However, both nations had previously praised their strategic partnership. The news came after South Korea's military revealed it had deployed a team of fighter jets after 4 Chinese and 15 Russian-flagged aircraft intruded into its Air Defense Identification Zone (KAIDZ). South Korea's Joint Chiefs of Staff (JCS) announced the Air Force had been deployed with tactical measures to fight the foreign jets. The JCS has said it believes China and Russia were carrying out a joint military training drill and added it would look into the matter. In a statement, the JCS said, "This incident seems to be a joint military drill between China and Russia, but it requires a further analysis. An air defense zone is a region which extends beyond the boundaries of a country's national airspace. It is not considered a territorial space but is used by a nation to provide an early warning system to a potential invasion. The air defense zone is not confined within international law and foreign planes are meant to give prior notice before entering the area." China, Russia, South Korea, the US and Canada are some of the leading countries to employ ADZs. Just 18 months ago, South Korean warplanes opened warning fire at a similar joint patrol after Russian and Chinese aircraft air deployed. Jets from Japan co-operated with Seoul and blamed Russia and China of staging an incursion in its airspace. Moscow and Beijing denied such accusations, leading to a diplomatic row between South Korean and Russian officials. Yoon Do-han, South Korea's presidential press secretary, claimed Russia had apologized for the incident and would launch an investigation. Mr. Do-han said, "Russia has conveyed its deep regret over the incident and said its defense ministry would immediately launch an investigation and take all necessary steps." The officer said such a situation would have never occurred if it followed the initially planned route. But the Russian embassy in Seoul hit back in a statement released moments later. They said, the Russian side did not make an official apology. Meanwhile, the South Korean military has confirmed it has deployed a team of warplanes after detecting 4 Chinese and 15 Russian-flagged aircraft had intruded into its Air Defense Identification Zone (KAIDZ). South Korea's Joint Chiefs of Staff (JCS) said the Air Force had been tasked with taking tactical measures to combat the foreign planes. The JCS has said it believes China and Russia were conducting a joint military training exercise but added there needed to be a further investigation. In a statement, the JCS said, "This incident seems to be a joint military drill between China and Russia but it requires a further analysis. An air defense zone is an area which stretches beyond the perimeter of a country's national airspace. It is not regarded as a territorial space but is used by a country to provide an early warning system to a possible incursion. The area is not bound by international law and foreign aircraft are supposed to give prior warning before entering the zone." China, Russia, South Korea, the US and Canada are among the leading nations to use ADZs. The latest flare-up comes less than 18 months after South Korean warplanes opened fire at a similar joint patrol. In July 2019, the South Korean military fired warning shots in the sky following the deployment of Russian and Chinese aircraft. Jets from Japan joined Seoul in the operation and accused Moscow and Beijing of violating its airspace, something Russia and China denied. Officials in South Korea and Russia were then involved in a diplomatic spat following their response to the incident. Yoon Do-han, South Korea's presidential press secretary, claimed Russia had apologized for the incident and would launch an investigation, something Moscow denied moments later.
Don't forget to like our video and subscribe for our channel.